Hello everyone, this is your teacher Julian Marin and today we're going to review Martes de Prueba number 6 for the 8th grade. I'm going to start presenting so we can see over here what is the exam. Yes, as you can see here, the first thing we usually do is analyze what type of exercise we're going to be solving. In this case, we have three descriptions. To the left, 21, 22, and 23. And then we have A, B, C, and D, the concepts. In this case, what we're talking about are these are social media networks or applications, right? So we got very easily recognizable names like YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, and we got this one LinkedIn that probably, since this is a social network for professionals, young people not usually are not usually um, associated with it, or they don't quite know what it's about, but it is what I've been telling you. Okay, so over here, not only it is enough the knowledge of the language, but also the knowledge of context. So in this case, what is the context? The context is the social media networks. Okay, so sometimes we know about many of them, but not knowing about one in specific probably is not going to help us. So let's see, what options do we have? Ah, and also you may ask, okay, why do we have three descriptions and four options? This is intentional. The intention is to increase the difficulty level. So that means that one on the right, one between A, B, C, and D is going to be left aside. We're not going to need it. So let's evaluate the descriptions. First, this social media encourages people to share only videos. That sounds pretty much like YouTube. But before we make a decision, let's read the other two. 22. People use this social network to apply fun filters to their photos. That sounds pretty much like Instagram. But before we make any decision, let's read the final one. This network encompasses people and companies to communicate. So, this one specifically, as I mentioned before, is talking about a professional um, realm, let's say, like an area in which professionals are looking to make connections with companies. That's why they say encompasses, that it means like connecting. And we got companies, right, and people. So this one describes pretty much the idea, the function, the objective of LinkedIn, which is a social network, but it is thought intended for professionals. I like to call it the Facebook for professionals. Okay, so I believe now we're ready to do the answer. So the first one, 21. This social media encourages people to share only videos. Definitely, this would be YouTube. Number 22. People use this social network to apply fun filters to their photos. Definitely, this is Instagram. And the last one, this network encompasses people and companies to communicate. Very good. LinkedIn. Over here, we have the answers for questions 21, 22, and 23. Remember that in these cases, it is not enough having the knowledge of the language. We need to know also a little bit about some specific areas, right? In this case, social networks. And then for questions 24 and 25, we have a different format, different kind of questions. In these ones, we have some labels here. And then for each one of them, we have three options. And in each one of them will let us know like where could we find these signs. this label. Okay, so over here we got 24. Final grades will be published online only. So over here, we're talking about grades, final grades. So probably we're talking about an academic context. Will be published online only. So this is a context in which is an educational context in which we can combine. Maybe this is a learning context in which we can have elements of in the classroom, like being in presence in the classroom, but also having some elements of virtual education. So over here we got the options. A, you can find it pasted in a parking lot window. Parking lot, there is a window. It doesn't seem like very coherent in a parking lot. We're talking about cars, we're talking about security, we're talking about belongings. We're not going to be talking about grades, which is academic. So we can cancel A. B, on the door of a teacher's lounge. Let's remember, what is the teacher's lounge? The teacher's lounge is the place where teachers used to assemble. That is the place where you can find all the teachers with their desks. Normally, they also have a little cafeteria where to make coffee, and this is a space intended for teachers to to work and also to communicate or have their meetings and such. So this sounds like a coherent possibility, but let's read C. Written on the wall of a kitchen. So in a kitchen, that's more like a domestic context. It's not going to be like a good option. So that's why I will propose B as the correct answer. And let's see question 25. The sign, junction ahead. Junction ahead. So a junction is like a place where streets or avenues meet, where we have different roads. So over here also says ahead. It seems like you are in a car or in a motorcycle, in a bicycle, and you're seeing these traffic signs letting you know what you will find ahead. So this is pretty much the context on the road. So let's see the options. A, on a main vehicle street. So definitely this is a context of driving and reading signs while you're driving. Let's see B. On top of a cartoon box. A cartoon box is like, I mean, you receive a box, and over here normally they have signs of be careful, it's fragile, be careful not to break the content of the box. So this is not like the place where to find it. And C, on a medicine poster. So in medicine posters, we will find characteristics of medicine, procedures, medical procedures, or recommendations for health in general. But in this case, not quite an option because we're talking about traffic. So over here we got A as the answer that I will propose as correct. So with this, we're finishing the review for Martes de Prueba number 6 for 8th grade in the year 2025. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and promote so other people can benefit from these reflections. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in a future occasion.